Okay, guys. Let's see if I see any comments here. Hold on. Okay. All right, we've got a few people on, so we just right now don't know what to expect on our live. So, hey guys, I'm Yvonne with Southern Designs and Finds. Thank you, Connie. I got this shirt from Love and Faith. I am an affiliate with them, an ambassador with them. If you're interested in any of their shirts, please message me and I'll give you my affiliate site if you'd like. So anyway, I am Yvonne with Southern Designs and Finds, and I'm glad you're here. I've been watching the crafters in the red, white, and lots of glue event, and I really have enjoyed what everybody's making, so I'm glad y'all are here. So if y'all wouldn't mind sprinkling or passing the biscuits for all of us, not just me, but for all of us, I appreciate you doing that. That helps our pages a lot. So I'm glad y'all are here, and I can see comments right now at the moment. Can you hear me okay? That's what I want to know. Yesterday I did not have sound. So thank you, Connie, for the stars. Hi, Gail. So yesterday I didn't have sound at all, and then a couple of people said the sound that they had was just really, really bad. So I just changed. I'm pretty sure it's a glitch with Facebook, but I went ahead and changed my camera and accidentally went live a couple of times, and I hit the live button, so I had to, quickly delete that. So I see some of my friends on here, and welcome, and Labriska, I see you, and who else do I see on here? A lot of our Simple Treasures Crafters crews on here, and I appreciate y'all being here. Good, Connie. I'm glad I sound okay. Cindy, good. My friend Cindy from the Shabby Heart by Vines is on, and we co-host a subscription group together called Southern at Heart, and if you're interested in that, message me, and I can give you the information for that too. I also have a place to sign up at the top of my page if you're interested. But what we're going to do is, this is a big project here. So this is a board right here that is called a reversed cutout of a primitive star, and I think it's about 17 by 25, I think it is. 7.25 inches is what they're saying it is. Called reverse cut primitive star, and I got this at a company called Craft Deals. I order from them occasionally, so it's called Craft Deals, Craft and then DEALZ.com, craftdeals.com. And thank you for spreading the love, Deanna. I appreciate that. So this is what I'm going to be using today. And this side here has the grooved, I don't know if you can see it, it has the grooved kind of palette or shiplap kind of look to it. And that's the side we're going to be using. Good. Susie from the Netherlands, I'm glad you're here. Good to have you on. And it's probably nighttime there in the Netherlands, isn't it? So I'm going to go ahead, thank you, Chris. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this Waverly plaster chalk paint on a plate here so that I can, we can paint this up and get that all painted up here. So we're going to begin by doing that. Thank you, Christine, for passing the biscuits and butter. So I'm just going to paint it, and I know it's big, so you won't be able to probably see the whole surface, but I'll try to. This is just me painting it right now, so not really that much of a big deal. I'm using my brush here that I use to paint furniture. It covers a lot of territory, and I enjoy using it. I have another brush that's made by Paint Pixie that I like to use too, which is this one right here. But I thought I would just use this one. It covers a lot of territory here. So I'm going to get this painted up. Hey Linda, how are you? And Miss Debbie, how are you doing? Good to have y'all on. Thank y'all for watching. Have y'all been enjoying the event? It's been lots of fun for me to watch. I watched, I think of Miss Amanda from Amanda Made handled her issue with a lot of grace, guys. You know, we like it when we can talk to y'all. It always feels like we're crafting and talking to, you know, where we are. We're talking to a camera. But when we can at least see comments, we feel like we're not by ourselves. It's 11:20, Susie, in the Netherlands. Okay. So, thank you for staying up and watching us. Appreciate that. We all do. But it's, you know, it's nice to be able to talk to y'all. It really is. Hey, guys. So I'm going to just continue to paint this. Do y'all do a lot of decorating for the 4th or patriotic decorating? It's really not for the 4th. It's for Memorial Day, and you know, some people I think leave their patriotic crafts or decor up past the 4th of July. And then I don't know what y'all do. I usually just decorate for the 4th of July just about a week before. And then I take it back down, and then I just put back up my, you know, I don't do a whole lot of decorating anyway, mainly outside. But I would, you know, anything that I did, I would just go ahead and just put my summer, you know, centerpiece back up and that kind of thing. And hey, Esther, it's good to have you on. But I wondered if y'all just kept your patriotic decor up throughout the summer or not. Yeah, y'all please get my numbers up. I appreciate you doing that. Will y'all do that by passing the biscuits and sprinkling? You don't think it helps, but it really, really does, guys. It really does help. I do have a texting service. If you're interested in getting texts from me when I go live, after I get finished painting this, I'll give y'all the texting number. And that way, you know, notifications have just been so messed up for months now, and not everybody gets the notifications even though they think they have them. And so this way, with the texting service, you can always make sure that you're getting notified when we're going live, because you can't just depend on our notifications anymore, can you? So, all right. And I'm just going to just basically, you know, I don't care if it gets full coverage, because this is sort of a farmhousey, rustic look anyway to it. So I'm going to just paint the edges really quickly here. And get those painted up. Hey, Miss Pat, how are you doing? Miss Pat's from Canada. I watch her when I can. She has a page called Unique, and she's on late. She calls her gals that follow her at night, they're crafty night owls. But I usually don't go to sleep early, so sometimes I'll catch her. But give her a look-see sometime. And let's see, where did you get the cutout star from, Glenda? You must have just got on. I got the star from a company called Craft Deals, CRAFT Deals, DEALZ.com. They have craft supplies at a reasonable price, really, guys. They really do. I can't remember what this is made out of. But their prices are not bad at all for what you get, you know, and they have all kind of wood cutouts and words and stars and, you know, things like that. So I order from them occasionally, and especially if it's something different, you know, unique like this, I'll go ahead and order. And just want to go ahead and just going to smooth out some of the inside here. I really don't care if I get the inside painted either. Okay, so let me dry this really quickly, and I'm just covered in paint already, wouldn't you know it? So let's get this dried, and I like it too. It's a reverse, they call it a reversed cutout primitive star. So basically, you know, they sell the stars probably, but it's the reverse of it. So, where do you find all the spindles, Linda wants to know. I find them at flea markets, vintage sales. I'll look online. I'll look at our local garage sale sites, and I look for old chairs, and at thrift stores too. But yeah, sometimes thrift stores and all can be just too pricey even with their old chairs. But I'll look for old chairs that are not in the best shape, but the spindles are there. And then I cut them apart. I cut the spindles off. So, you know, look at old chairs, look at old baby cribs, think places like that, you know, and that's where I find them, and then cut them off. I've got a few extra spindles I'm going to be putting in my store. Not a whole lot. I sold out of the ones I had, but I do have a few more, and I've got a magazine rack that I found that's nothing but spindles that are shorter that I'm going to cut apart and put in the store. So, I think we're good. Okay. What are we doing on time? But that's where I find them from. Just anything that's got a spindle, you know, whether you go to thrift stores, yard sales, vintage markets, anything like that. That's where you're going to find those. And sometimes you'll just find them already been cut apart. You know, like at I went to a place called Velvet's Vintage in Cleveland, Georgia, and they had them for sale already cut up for you. So let me get my hands off real quick. So that's where I like to find them. So, but you know, we just cut them apart. And I'm not seeing comments. Okay. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry put my store on there. It's www.southerndesignsandfinds.com. That's my website. And you just go and click on shop or menu and click shop, and that'll take you to my store. And that's where I put napkin bundles when I sell those, and where I have my finds, that collection there. I'm getting ready to put a few things that I've made here on my lives, and I'm going to have a collection just called My Designs, and just see if I can sell them, because I'm running out of room. And so I make a lot of things and I keep them, but I am running out of room, so I'm thinking about doing that too. That's okay that you had to step away. Where did I get the cutouts? It's from a company called Craft Deals, craftdeals.com, DEALZ.com. And that's where I found it. You got your spindle yesterday? Great, great. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I might as well just, well, I don't want to take that baby wipe. I'm going to take some antiquing wax, and I'm going to just kind of dirty up this little sign a little bit. I call it dirty it up, distress it, whatever you want to call it. And get this just a little bit, just take my baby wipe and wipe it down, wipe it on, and wipe it off at the same time. And just kind of stain it, and just let a little bit of the white show through. Let's see. If I don't want so much stain on there, I just wipe it. And what I'd like to do, but I don't have enough time, is I'd love to be able to take my paintbrush and go into these grooves that are cut. And what I'll do probably is do that after the live, is go in and cut those. I mean, not cut those. Go in and with my paintbrush and make those grooves just stand out a little bit more. If I get time while we're live, I might do that too, so not a problem. But I'm just really just adding a little bit of the stain just to kind of give it a warm look to it. I didn't want it, the plaster is more of a ivory. It's not ivory and it's not white. It's a really pretty farmhouse color, I call it. But sometimes you'll see why in a minute. I like for it to be just a little bit darker. And so it's not going to take long at all to do this. I like to use a baby wipe that gives me more control of how much I put on there and how much I take off. Excuse me. And that helps me out a lot to do that. Excuse me, I'm going to have to take a little sip of tea. All right. This is so big, I got to stand up to do this. So, oh, gosh. Oh, the joys of being short, guys. The joys of being short. And if you're new and here, welcome to my page. I will go back and officially welcome you when I'm able to go back and comment on my lives and everything. So let me get another baby wipe here. Just rub a little bit of that off. I got a little bit too dark there. So I think that looks actually pretty good, guys. What do y'all think? So you can see how I've just sort of just dirtied it up a little bit, I call it. It just looks a little bit more weathered or rustic looking, primitive looking, as you might want to call it. And but I will probably go back and add with my little small detailing. I don't know what kind of a paintbrush you call it, but just go through and add a little bit darker dimension into those lines is what I would like to do. So we've got that down now. Thank you. And if you just hopped on, this was called Reverse Cut Primitive Star from Craft Deals, CraftDealz.com. And go and check them out. I'm not an affiliate with them. This is just where I order some of my craft supplies sometimes. And thank you, Carol. So I'm going to set this aside. And real quickly, I'm going to give you my texting number if you want that. If you would like to be notified when I go live, you can text this number, 706-528-6678, and text the word y'all, appropriately so. I'm from the South. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I live in the North Georgia mountains. And then just follow the prompts to sign up, and then I'll just let y'all know when I go live. And hello from Michigan. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cover what you could do. Now let me tell you this. What you could do is, like, if you had this propped up on a wall or hanging on a wall, you could put you a hanger, hangers on the back, and whatever color wall you have. Like in here, we've got a really dark slate wall. It would be beautiful just having that color of your wall showing through. But what we're going to do is I'm going to take some fabric here, and we're going to put that into the center of that. And I have this fabric right here. I got it last year from Walmart. I made a couple of things last year with this fabric. I love it. I absolutely love this fabric. This is one of them I made last year for the Patriotic Craft. But I just love the fabric, and I can't guarantee they still have it, but that's where I found it from. Got it from. I did my rooster. Some of y'all probably saw my rooster project, and that's where that's the fabric I used for the rooster. So what I did is I got a friend of one of my viewers met me this week. I got to meet her for the first time, Kathy Fowler Alexander. We went to a local shop and then had lunch together. She's from Ohio, and she was here near here, about an hour away, for a wedding. And she came to meet me, and she gave me this idea because I was just going to staple this fabric to the back of this star. But she said, just go out and buy a flat canvas, and that's what I did. I mean, you could use, if you've got real thin board and you can get your husband to cut it, or you can do that too. But I got this flat canvas from Walmart, and what we're going to do is, and I didn't cut this exact because I knew that some of it's going to be covered up anyway. So, But I'm going to use my spray adhesive that I use. This is Gorilla Glue spray adhesive. This is what I use. And I'm going to just spray this. And you want to use this in a ventilated area. So I'm not in a ventilated area, but I do have a large area. My conference room here is large, and then the door's open. But you want to use this in a ventilated area. You could use cardboard, Lori. You sure can. You sure can. She told me that using foam board, it might tend to bubble. I'm not sure with that, but I'm just going to spray this and just really cover this with the spray adhesive. You could use, Mod Podge if you want to, but the spray adhesive just works so good. So that's what I'm going to use. So, and you can reposition it if you need to. It's kind of very forgiving. So let's get this up here. Just very forgiving. All right, so let me smooth that up here. All right, so I'm just going to smooth it down, just like that. Very easy. And then while I've got it out, I've got the star here that also, it's the same shape as that reverse cutout star. I also got it from Craft Deals. I can't remember how many come in a little package, but I got this little primitive star from there. And I've already cut out just a little blue, kind of a denim type fabric. And I'm going to spray that on there too. And I meant to put my paper down, and I completely forgot. I wanted to put some separate paper so that everything would stick to my paper that I used to craft on here. But let's go ahead and get this sprayed on now. And this is just MDF, is basically what this is. And let's get this on. And make sure that all the edges are covered here with that. And hopefully, sometimes what I noticed, hopefully it's going to dry okay. What I've noticed sometimes is the glue sometimes will be a little bit dark. It'll be a little bit wet looking, so I'm hoping it's going to dry, especially on something dark like this. So I hope so. If not, I can maybe try to pull it off and work with that, but you can see it just a little bit. See how it's dark right there? So we'll see if it lightens up. If it doesn't, I'm not sure if I'll use this. I may just have to pull it off, and I'm not going to glue it on there yet. I'll just pull it off and redo it. I may have just gotten a little bit too much of the spray adhesive. We'll see. We'll see if it dries. And so I've got that on there now. That's on there good. Let me just dry it real quick and see if that works. It may make it worse. We'll try it. Hey, Danette. Good to see you. Thank you for watching. Appreciate that. It's doing pretty good, actually. I'm just drying it. Pretty sticky right there. It's almost like I got it just seeped through or something. We'll see. Doesn't look quite as bad. It's pretty sticky. I must have had a lot of glue, spray glue right there. That's okay, Ollie. Welcome. We're glad you're here. So there you go. So it's still wet looking right there. So I may just have to recut that out, but I'll show you what I planned on doing with that. So let me pull this paper away. Well, I might as well just leave it because it's, well, stuck to the other here. All right. So we've got our canvas here already I've glued that material to the canvas. And now I'm going to glue it to the, make sure all this isn't really sticky. If I do that, I put it on this side. I want to glue this to the back of this. And it just fits, guys, so I have to be really careful about where I'm going to be putting this. Hey, Diane, welcome. So I've got to just be careful about where I'm going to be placing this. It's got to just go right at the very edge, and I want to center it. It's got to go right at the very edge of the points of this star here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some glue and go across here and do one end at a time. Let's see. Just going to glue it on there. And let's see, I'm going to take some of this excess glue off. Okay, so I've got that on there now. So right now I'm just going to make sure that I've got it on good, and I do. Okay. So now I need to glue the other side, the top. I want to make sure that I've got it covered there. I need to come up just a little bit. Okay. All right, so now let's just take some glue here and glue the top here. Get that glued. Well, completely missed it, but we'll get it down. Okay. So I'm not going to bother to do the two sides. I think they'll be fine, but that's cute. All right, so this is what we've got so far. Can y'all see that? I've got the fabric down inside there right now, and that looks good just like it is. It looks really good. And my plan was to, let's see, my plan was to, let me glue some more right there. Glue this other star on the inside of it. And let's see. But I'm not sure I want to do that right now until I replace the fabric. Because see, I don't like that wet spot right there. I really don't. But that was my plan, is to glue that star just like that. Let me show you. So that's going to be my plan. I just don't like, I think I got too much of the spray glue right there. So, but I'm going to glue that to the inside of that, and it's the exact same star. Can y'all see that? It's the exact same shape of the primitive star right there. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'll have to go back and redo that part because I don't like that right there. So I'm hoping that, I don't even know if I could even sand it, if it would really make any difference or not, you know, sanding it. Let me see if it would help to even sand it a little bit. I don't even mind if it makes the fabric a little bit lighter, but let's see. It does seem to be helping, I think. What do y'all think? Can y'all? It does seem to be helping a little bit, guys, so that might work out pretty good. Just don't put your spray so heavily. I think it just kind of seeped through because it was sticky on that side. So we're just sanding it. So that worked out pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and use it, guys. So that worked out good. All right, so I'm going to glue this now. And I didn't have to use this star itself. I could have just, you know, used just the fabric, used this as a pattern. But I thought it would just give me a little bit of dimension, you know, so that's what I thought. So let's see here where I want this to go. Just like that. Okay. Aw, thank you. And I'll tell you what I plan on doing with this. So here's my star on there. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? It looks pretty good. So we've got that on there now. So now I've made a bow. I went ahead and pre-made a bow, and this is the ribbons that I used for my bow right here. Just a little burlap with a red or a little check, and then I used the blue denim look with a little bit of red and black on the edges, and then the red with a little white. So I went ahead and made my bow up just like that. Okay, I just did a refab bow, and I'm going to take and use these little stars here, are little speckled stars that came from Factory Direct Crafts. I've ordered for them quite often too. They come in red and they come in the blue. Here's the red, and then I've got some little bitty rusty stars right here that I ordered from them. So I'm going to take, instead of using a button, we're going to cover this bow. Thank you, Chris. We're going to cover the center of that with the same type primitive star, you know, and glue that on there to the center, just like that. How are we doing on time? I got, what, 5 minutes? 5 minutes of time? Oh, thank you. Do I quilt? No, ma'am, I do not quilt. My sister was the quilter in the family. I would love to learn how to quilt. Okay, so what I've done is I've got, and I did the raffia too, I've got that little star there, okay, instead of a button. So I'm going to glue the little rusty star to it too. And I'm pretty sure it'll stick, but if it comes off, I'll use the E6000 since I'm doing metal to metal like that. But I just thought it would give it a little bit of a, more of a primitive farmhousey look. So here's my bow. And then what I've done is I've got some beads that I painted, and I've got a little tag that I got from Walmart. It's made by Plaid. Walmart carries Plaid. And I'm going to glue that kind of underneath where the bow's going to go. Guys, I know it's a big project and it's probably hard for y'all to see, but I'm going to glue that bow and this on there together. Okay, so let me get my bow glued. And then I'll give you some ideas of what you can do with this. You could certainly put the sawtooth hangers on the back of this. You could make you a beaded hanger. It'd be a lot of beads because it's big. I would just, for me, what I plan on doing is it's going to go in storage until we get our house built. But I think it would be beautiful on a mantle, just leaned up against the mantle or either leaned up against the hearth. I just think that would be really, really pretty. So I'm going to glue this now just underneath this bow, just like that. And get that glued just right underneath there. I hate when I'm in a hurry. That's where I make a lot of mistakes. If I can take my time, I don't make the mistakes. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to probably end up having to glue some of these beads down just a little bit, just to keep them in place, just to keep them in a straight line. And get that going. And then I've got some little letters that say USA, the little Scrabble tile letters that I'm going to glue on here. Okay. Might as well just put a little dab of glue right here for this too. How about that? Keep it in place too. Okay, so let me make sure I've got it all straight. As straight as it's going to get. Let's see here. Okay, so I've got that glue. So let's glue the USA letters on here now. And I'm missing one, of course. Gosh. Oh, can y'all believe this? All right, well, oh, there it is underneath there. All right, so I'm going to glue the USA letters on here really, really quickly. So let's get those glued. I tried some other letters that I had they were too big. So, and I'm gonna have these kind of going cattywampus. I call it cattywampus. Y'all ever heard of that word? Just to make it a little bit more whimsical. All right. So, and I stained the tag using the antiquing wax too. So this is it. There you go. That's what my project is for today. You could do a cute little tassel over here if you wanted to. Let me get it over here, but here's my bow right there. And you can see the inside of it. I put the rusted little star, primitive star on there, and I think it's really cute. So thank you for rolling out the stars. I appreciate you doing that, guys. I really do. Thank y'all. So this is, I will go back when I have time, and I'm going to just add a little bit of dark in these little grooves just to kind of set them aside, you know, set them out apart a little bit. But I think it turned out cute. But like I said, you could do a hanger, you could just do it, you know, with your sawtooth hangers, but I just plan on leaving it propped up against the fireplace or a mantle. You know, I think it would be cute, you know, with something like, you know, whatever else you've got going on, you know, with it, and layer it, you know, on your mantle. I like to layer things a lot on my mantle, so that would be really cute to do. So I hope you enjoyed what I did, and I will go back and just tweak it a little bit like I always do, and hope you enjoyed it. It's more of a farmhouse primitive look. And next up is Miss Labriska from My Eclectic Treasures. She will be up next, and I can't wait to see what she's going to be making. And I will be also sharing her into our Southern Simple Crafters Circle group. I will share her there, and thank y'all. I appreciate that. So thank y'all for joining me, and if you're new, welcome to my page. I'm sorry that I'm a little scattered. It's just that we're on a time frame here, and so it goes by very quickly. So y'all just take you a quick break, and Miss Labriska with My Eclectic Treasures will be up next. So y'all have a great weekend, and thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.